Hello, you are welcome again to my channel where I discuss how anyone without programming experience can develop productive generative AI solutions. Today, we are going to show how to build an intelligent task manager using OpenAI GPTs and Google Apps scripts. OpenAI GPT Builder can help you to create interesting AI apps. You can also provide it with static knowledge content and you can have a conversation with the document. However, you will only experience the real power when your app integrates with real-time processes and data. That's how you can really leverage artificial intelligence to transform your business workflows. Let us dive into how you can create this type of apps and explore their powerful capabilities. We all know how to create GPTs with ChatGPT. So I've asked GPT Builder to create my task assistant. But what if I want a tool that my team can use to track all tasks that are assigned to different people? Maybe we already have a task manager who tracks our tasks on a spreadsheet. But now we want to enable collaboration in our team such that anyone can contribute to a task and it is visible to all team members. We want to automate notifications. We want task assignees to provide updates on progress. We also want their supervisors to provide feedbacks on completed tasks. So we are looking at automating the entire task management workflow without an enterprise task management system or a dedicated task manager. This tutorial is for people with little or no technical background, so we will consider the simplest tools that everyone uses every day. And we will achieve all these requirements with ChatGPT and Google Worksheet. Let us get into it. So first, we set up our task manager in a Google Sheet. This sheet will act as our database where all tasks will be stored. Each task will have an ID, a title, description, status, priority, due date, the assignee, the supervisor, etc. Okay, so next we go to extensions and find the app scripts for this spreadsheet. These scripts will serve as our backend, allowing us to perform CRUD, that is, create, read, update, and delete operations on our task. So the simple scripts are here that we are able to use to perform all those functions. Okay, and then when this script is ready, it's a very simple script. You would go on and deploy your script. Now with our backend in place, it's time to connect our GPT to the backend. We'll see how GPT can interpret various commands and translate them into actions, such as creating and updating tags simply by using API specifications. Okay, so we go to configure, we'll find the actions. I've already created the API specifications for my backend service, and I would place the specification here. Okay, this is open API specification. You can read up on how to create API specification for your APIs or for your backend services. Now we basically have our app set up, and the next thing is to demonstrate the simple commands. We'll start with the conversation status that we have here. The first one here says, find my tasks for today and help me to prioritize. So it has asked if I want to allow access to call the APIs, which I've granted it access. It's going to look for my tax for today. And you can know it's looking for the tax straight from this spreadsheet. You would notice I did not attach the spreadsheet as a knowledge resource. It's a live spreadsheet hosted on Google spreadsheets, and it's connected to it through the APIs that I set up in this specification, and that's what it's using to communicate with my spreadsheet, which is our tax database for this application. Okay, so these are my tasks for today, and it's trying to give me suggestion on how to prioritize them. Okay, so our next demonstration will be to find my tax for the week, for the entire week. The previous one was for today, so for the entire week now. Okay, so it is basically doing a similar thing as the previous request, except that it's going to change the parameters. Here is setting the start date as January 8th and the end date as January 14th, because I want to find all the tasks for the week. So it sends this to the API in, and we already have a search method in our API. Yes, that is going to handle that information and provide it data. Then it's going to use that and analyze the information for us. Okay. The next demonstration is to show how the task assistant app creates tasks. So it's going to ask for some information about the task. Okay. So instead of providing the information one after the other, I can type it in natural language and it will make sense of it and create the task. It's asking if it can send the information over to the API, and now it's just going to create the task. Uh, then it's giving me the information it used in creating the task. Okay, next thing I'm going to check is the database to see that it has created the task accordingly. Okay, so it has created the task of row 6. The title is compile training material. It also generated an ID for it, as you can see here. It generated a description. The status is pending. The priority is high. The date is as we stated. Then it also sets the assignee and the supervisor. Then there are other information that it hasn't provided yet. So we'll go back now and continue working on this task. Okay, so now I've started the task, but I couldn't find some training materials, and I would like the team members to be aware of that. Okay. So it said the task has been updated successfully. I've noted that you started the task, but unable to find existing training material. Let's see how that is captured in the database. So the status has changed to ongoing. Um, it's also mentioned that the, the task has started on this date. And I think, okay, he also noted that started the task, but unable to find the existing training material. So he put that on the remarks. Okay, let's say another team member is using the app who knows where the training materials are. And you say, oh, note that the materials are available on raincities.com website. Okay, so it has updated the remarks by noting that information. Okay, let me complete this task. So I just make sure to read that I've completed the task, and it's going to process that information as well. It will generate a summary of the entire task, update the completed date, the date of completion, and also update the status of the task to be completed. Okay, let's see how that is captured here. Start the completed date is now has a value. It generated a summary, which it would email to the supervisor. The status has also changed to completed. Now let us demonstrate email notifications in the process. We're going to create a new task. So we use basically the same information, but I'll change the email address to my email address so that I can receive the email. Okay. Okay. New task. Compile training material with the details. Okay. Let's say I've completed this task. I just want to move move on. That's a task done, and it would record that accordingly and send me an email because I also use my email as a supervisor. Okay, so I'll go check my email for the notification. The next demonstration is to analyze the performance of the team. So it's going to fetch all the tasks and perform an analysis based on how we are completing our tasks. So it has completed the analysis. The two tasks have been completed successfully. We have ongoing tasks, pending tasks. We talked about our prioritization, duplication of tasks, etc. He has some recommendations for us. Now let's even ask it to perform the recommendation. Okay, perform the recommendations to refine our task list. Okay, so it's looking at each task and performing the recommendation for each of them. Okay, now we can see it has refined our tax database in line with the recommendations that it has. So we can see that our tax manager or tax assistant is also capable of refining tax intelligently. It will review all the tax in the database or some specific tax and update them appropriately. An example is this task A, where the task has a completion date, but status was pending. So it has automatically changed the status to completed. With this kind of tools, you are equipped to boost productivity and ensure no task goes unnoticed. We have just scratched the surface of what is possible with GPT beyond prompt packaging. You can completely automate a process, build full application, or create conversational interface for existing applications. And now we've come to the end of this session today. If you find this tutorial helpful, please give us a thumb up, subscribe for more content, and hit the bell icon to get notified about our latest videos. Share your thoughts and questions in the comments below. And please have a nice time automating. Thank you.